Welcome to Worth Coin. What if the change in your pocket could secretly make you a millionaire overnight? Most people never look twice at a simple 5-cent coin, especially one from 2012, because it feels too modern to possibly hold any hidden treasure. But somewhere out there, tucked into old jars, forgotten drawers, vending machine returns, or even the bottom of a dusty wallet, a 2012 P5-cent coin is rumored to exist with a staggering collector value reaching nearly $12 million. That sounds impossible for a coin most people would spend without hesitation. Yet collectors across the country continue hunting for it with unbelievable obsession. And what makes this story even crazier is that tonight's coin is only the beginning, because later you'll hear about another 5-cent coin so mysterious that even longtime collectors can barely believe the story surrounding it. So make sure you stay all the way until the end, because the next coin's secret is something almost nobody sees coming. The 2012 P5-cent coin may look ordinary at first glance, but hidden behind its plain appearance is one of the most talked about modern coin mysteries in circulation history. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin was part of millions struck during a year when most Americans never imagined modern nickels could become collectible treasures. Yet deep inside the minting process, whispers began circulating among workers and later among collectors that a tiny batch of nickels may have been produced under unusual conditions. Some experts believe experimental dyes were accidentally used during a late-night production run, while others insist the coins were struck with a rare alignment flaw that created microscopic doubling impossible to see without magnification. And this is where the story turns from ordinary into unbelievable. One collector reportedly discovered a strange 2012 P nickel while sorting pocket change after a family road trip. At first he noticed nothing unusual except a slightly sharper shine and a strange texture near Jefferson's portrait. But after closer inspection under professional lighting, experts allegedly identified a dramatic mint anomaly that transformed the coin from 5 cents into a multi-million-dollar collector obsession. The rumor spread quickly through online coin forums, auction houses, and collector conventions. Suddenly, people everywhere started digging through spare change jars hoping to uncover another example. Imagine realizing the coin sitting in your kitchen could potentially change your entire life forever. That possibility alone is exactly why collectors remain fascinated by this coin today. Some believe the most valuable versions contain an ultra-rare die, cracks stretching subtly through the lettering near Monticello, while others search for examples showing doubled inscriptions around the rim. There are also stories about a tiny group of coins struck on the wrong metallic planchet, giving them an unusual tone and weight unlike normal nickels. Those mysterious versions are considered the true holy grail among modern 5-cent collectors. One former auction employee even claimed a private buyer once offered millions for a verified specimen before the coin disappeared into a private collection. Whether every rumor is true or not, the excitement surrounding the 2012 P nickel has become legendary among treasure hunters. The fascinating thing about coin collecting is that sometimes value comes not from age alone, but from rarity, mystery, and collector demand colliding at the perfect moment. The 2012 P nickel represents exactly that kind of phenomenon. Millions were made, but only a handful may possess the tiny details capable of turning them into life-changing discoveries. That means there's a chance one could still be sitting unnoticed in circulation right now. Think about how many nickels pass through cash registers every single day. Most people never examine them carefully. They buy coffee, groceries, or gas without realizing fortune might literally pass through their fingertips. That fear of missing out keeps collectors searching endlessly. Some spend entire weekends sorting through bank rolls hoping to spot the right mint mark, the right texture, or the right microscopic flaw. Others attend estate sales, searching old coin jars abandoned by previous generations. The emotional thrill of the hunt is part of what makes stories like this so addictive. And remember, this is only the first coin in tonight's journey. The next coin later in this series has a detail so shocking that even experienced collectors reportedly gasped when it surfaced. So keep watching closely because the mystery only deepens from here. Back in 2012, the United States Mint was focused primarily on mass production efficiency. Demand for circulating coinage remained high, and billions of coins flowed out of mint facilities across America. During periods of heavy production, small minting irregularities could slip through unnoticed. Most errors were minor and quickly discarded, but every once in a while, a rare piece escaped detection and entered circulation. That possibility fuels endless excitement around the 2012 P-nickel. Some collectors claim certain examples exhibit unusually sharp strike pressure, creating details far more pronounced than standard nickels from the same year. Others insist rare specimens reveal a ghost-like secondary image around Jefferson's eye or faint doubling near the date. Tiny imperfections that ordinary people would ignore can send collectors into a frenzy because rarity creates demand, and demand creates extraordinary value. One particularly famous story involves a retired school teacher who allegedly discovered a strange 2012 P-nickel inside a coin roll purchased from a local bank. She nearly spent it on parking meters before noticing the coin reflected light differently than the others. Curious, she took it to a local dealer who immediately realized something unusual was happening. Word spread fast. Soon grading specialists and collectors began contacting her with offers. According to rumors circulating among enthusiasts, the coin later sold privately for a sum so enormous that even seasoned auction watchers were stunned. Whether every detail of that story is accurate hardly matters anymore, because legends like these grow larger with every retelling. They inspire ordinary people to check every coin more carefully, wondering if their next handful of change might contain hidden treasure. Another reason collectors obsess over the 2012 P-nickel is because modern coins are often underestimated. People assume only ancient silver coins or century-old pennies can hold massive value, but modern minting errors sometimes become even more desirable because they are unexpected. When a recent coin develops a legendary reputation, collectors rush to secure examples before prices climb even higher. That competitive demand can transform an overlooked nickel into one of the most talked about treasures in the hobby. Some enthusiasts specifically hunt for versions with unusual coloration, believing a rare chemical variation during the minting process may have created a tiny batch unlike anything else produced that year. Others examine edge details under microscopes, searching for evidence of double strikes or partial off-center impressions. The tiniest variation can mean the difference between ordinary pocket change and a multi-million-dollar rarity. And somewhere out there, another example may still be waiting to be found. Maybe inside a forgotten piggy bank. Maybe mixed into casino coins. Maybe resting silently in a coffee shop cash drawer while nobody notices its incredible potential. That thought alone keeps the hunt alive. Imagine the feeling of discovering that the simple nickel you almost ignored could be worth more than luxury mansions, sports cars, or dream vacations combined. That possibility creates an emotional pull impossible to resist. Collectors know that history sometimes hides in plain sight, and modern coins like the 2012 P-nickel prove fortunes do not always glitter like gold. Sometimes they look completely ordinary until the right expert spots the hidden detail everyone else missed. Auction houses have only added fuel to the mystery. Over the years, stories emerged of secretive buyers willing to pay astonishing amounts for verified examples connected to rare mint anomalies. Some collectors even refused to publicly display their coins, fearing attention from competitors desperate to acquire them. That secrecy has transformed the 2012 P nickel into almost a mythical object within collector communities. The more mysterious the coin becomes, the more valuable it appears in the eyes of treasure hunters. People love the idea that unimaginable wealth could hide inside something so small and ordinary. And while millions continue spending nickels every day without a second thought, a growing number of people now stop and inspect every 2012 P they encounter. Because all it takes is one rare detail to change everything forever. Yet as unbelievable as this coin's story sounds, the next coin in this journey may be even more shocking. Collectors whisper about it with fascination because its hidden secret reportedly stunned experts across the hobby. Some say its rarest version surfaced completely by accident, while others believe more examples are still hiding in circulation right now. And if you thought the 2012 P 5-cent coin was extraordinary, wait until you hear what happened with the next coin. Next 2013 5-cent coin. Imagine reaching into an old jar and pulling out a coin that collectors would fight over. Most people would never expect a modern 5-cent coin from 2013 to become one of the most mysterious and talked about treasures in the entire coin collecting world. Yet rumors surrounding this particular nickel have exploded across auctions, collector forums, and private sales for years. Somewhere out there is a version of the 2013 P 5-cent coin believed by some experts to be worth as much as $88 million, a number so massive that it almost sounds impossible for a coin most people spend on snacks or loose change. But hidden inside this ordinary-looking nickel is a story packed with minting mysteries, rare production anomalies, secret collector battles, and discoveries so shocking that even longtime numismatists still debate what really happened. And by the time you hear the final details of this coin, you may never look at your pocket change the same way again. The story of the 2013 P 5-cent coin begins during a year when the United States Mint was operating at full speed, producing enormous quantities of circulating coinage for banks and businesses across the country. To the average person, the 2013 nickel looked completely standard. Jefferson's portrait appeared familiar, Monticello stood proudly on the reverse, and millions of identical-looking coins flowed into circulation without attracting much attention. But according to collector legends, a tiny batch of nickels produced during one particular production cycle emerged with microscopic irregularities unlike anything seen before. At first, nobody noticed. Cashiers handled them. Customers spent them. Vending machines accepted them. But eventually a sharp-eyed collector discovered something strange while examining rolls of freshly minted nickels under magnification. The coin displayed faint doubling around the lettering and an unusual reflective quality that separated it from ordinary examples. What seemed like a tiny imperfection quickly became the center of massive speculation. As word spread through coin communities, more collectors began searching through rolls from banks hoping to uncover another example. That was when the frenzy truly began. Some specialists believe the rarest 2013 P nickels were struck using experimental dies accidentally introduced during a brief maintenance overlap inside the Philadelphia Mint. Others claim a pressure imbalance during striking created hyper-detailed specimens with unusually sharp features. There are even whispers about coins struck on improper planchets, resulting in subtle metallic differences detectable only by weight and advanced testing. Whatever the real explanation may be, collectors became obsessed almost overnight. And the possibility that one of these coins could still be hidden in circulation turned the hunt into a national obsession among treasure seekers. Imagine realizing that the nickel rattling around in your car cup holder could potentially be worth more than entire luxury neighborhoods. That thought alone drives people to search endlessly through spare change, old jars, and forgotten drawers, hoping lightning might strike for them too. One particularly famous story involves a man cleaning out his late grandfather's workshop in Pennsylvania. Buried inside an old coffee tin filled with loose hardware and rusty screws sat several rolls of nickels wrapped in faded paper. At first they looked worthless, but one coin near the end of a roll caught his attention because its surface appeared brighter and more sharply struck than the others. Curious, he took it to a coin dealer who reportedly froze the moment he examined it under magnification. Tiny doubled inscriptions near the date and unusual strike characteristics suggested the coin might belong to the legendary rare batch collectors had been hunting for years. According to rumors that spread rapidly through collector circles, private buyers immediately began competing for the coin behind closed doors. Some reports claimed offers reached into the millions almost instantly. Whether every detail of the story is completely accurate hardly matters anymore, because the legend surrounding the 2013 nickel has grown into something enormous. It represents every collector's dream, discovering unimaginable wealth hidden inside something ordinary. The emotional power behind that idea is impossible to ignore. People love stories proving that fortunes can appear in everyday life without warning. And unlike ancient treasures locked away in museums, these nickels may still be circulating unnoticed among ordinary coins. That possibility keeps the excitement alive year after year. Collectors now examine every 2013 nickel carefully, searching for subtle signs that could separate a common coin from a multi-million-dollar rarity. Some focus on double die features around Jefferson's portrait. Others hunt for unusual luster, off-center strikes, or tiny die cracks near the lettering. A few even believe there are ultra-rare versions showing microscopic surface patterns created by improperly polished dies. The smallest detail can mean everything in the world of rare coins. What appears insignificant to most people may be priceless to the right collector. That's exactly why stories like this continue spreading across social media, coin conventions, and online auctions. People cannot resist the possibility that life-changing treasure might already be sitting inside their homes. And here's the truly fascinating part. Unlike many famous rare coins from the distant past, the 2013 nickel is modern enough that countless examples still move through circulation every single day. Somewhere, somebody may unknowingly use one to buy a soda or pay for parking without realizing its extraordinary potential. That fear of missing out drives collectors into a frenzy. Banks regularly receive requests from enthusiasts asking for full boxes of nickels just so they can sort through them by hand. Some hobbyists spend entire weekends examining coins under microscopes, searching for the perfect combination of minting anomalies. Others study auction records obsessively, hoping to identify new patterns connected to the rarest known specimens. Every rumor adds more fuel to the hunt. One story claims a rare 2013 nickel surfaced at a flea market hidden inside a bag of mixed coins purchased for almost nothing. Another tells of a waitress who unknowingly carried one in her tip jar for months before a customer noticed unusual doubling on the reverse. Whether these stories are fully true or partially exaggerated, they create exactly the kind of mystery collectors love most. Because once a coin develops a legendary reputation, demand grows stronger with every passing year. Some experts believe the most valuable examples combine multiple rare features together: doubled lettering, off-center alignment, brilliant strike sharpness, and subtle metallic irregularities all appearing on the same coin. That combination would create a perfect storm of rarity capable of pushing collector demand into astonishing territory. And when wealthy buyers compete for one-of-a-kind treasures, prices can rise beyond imagination. That is how an ordinary-looking nickel becomes the subject of multi-million-dollar whispers across the collecting world. The Philadelphia Mint itself adds another layer of intrigue. Throughout history, the Mint has produced countless famous error coins accidentally released into circulation. During periods of intense production, tiny mechanical inconsistencies occasionally slipped through unnoticed. Most errors were caught quickly, but every so often a few escaped into the public. Those escaped coins later became some of the most valuable modern collectibles ever discovered. Many collectors believe the 2013p nickel belongs in that category, a modern mint mystery still waiting to be fully uncovered. And somewhere out there, another example may still exist unnoticed in circulation, maybe hidden inside an old cash register, maybe forgotten in a child's piggy bank, maybe mixed among hundreds of ordinary nickels inside someone's kitchen drawer right now. The idea that such extraordinary value could hide in plain sight creates a powerful emotional connection for viewers and collectors alike. People want to believe treasure can still be found in everyday life. The 2013p nickel represents that dream perfectly. It proves that sometimes the most valuable discoveries come disguised as the most ordinary objects imaginable. By now you're probably wondering how many people may have already spent one without realizing what they had. That's the heartbreaking side of rare coin stories. Most valuable coins pass through countless hands unnoticed before someone finally recognizes their importance. Imagine accidentally using an $88 million nickel to buy chewing gum simply because you never checked carefully enough. That possibility alone is enough to make people inspect every coin they own after hearing stories like this. And perhaps somewhere tonight, someone watching this very video will discover one sitting quietly among their spare change. Because history has a strange way of hiding fortunes where nobody expects them. The 2013p 5-cent coin may look small, but its legend has become enormous. Collectors continue chasing it with relentless determination, driven by the hope that one tiny detail could transform an ordinary nickel into one of the most valuable modern coins ever discussed. And maybe the next handful of change you receive will contain the discovery of a lifetime.